Hello and welcome to Survivors. My name is James, and today we're going to go over the Dezl OTR710 Garmin GPS made for truck drivers. And I've used the Rand McNally before for a couple of years or so, but now I've switched to the Garmin because I've noticed there's more features and things that I enjoy better in comparison to the McNally. But of course, everyone will have their preference when it comes to a trucking GPS. In this video, we're going to go over the many features it has, Bluetooth technology, how it can connect to your phone, how to enter addresses, how to look up truck stops, and things that are very important and relevant to us as truck drivers. It may be a lengthy video, so you can fast forward to some of the chapters if you like, if you're just trying to find a specific feature, or you can ask me in the comments. I can answer it the best way that I can. And if you also just want to go straight to the pricing for this GPS currently in 2024, I've left an Amazon link for you to check that out. If you decide to purchase, it does support the trucking channel and myself as an Amazon affiliate. So here is the Dezl OTR710. I'm going to just do a little unbox here. I have actually opened it, of course, and tried it and tested and have been using it for a few months now. And I just want to let you see how it comes in the box. And here we go. Just paperwork, instructions. So here is the Garmin. It's very compact, and I noticed right away it's not as bulky as the Rand McNally. If you look on the back here, it also has a excellent mounting so that when you're going down those rough roads and bumps, it won't fall off. This little piece that it comes with here that goes to your windshield, and of course it does have a latch to give you a little bit more stability to make sure it sticks on the windshield for you. So when you're going up and down the road, and as you can see, this just snaps in like that, and it's very solid, so it won't fall off. So that's the thing that I like. I know some GPSs don't come with that, and sometimes you have to actually buy a separate mount for it so that you can have the stability that you're looking for. It does also come with this power cable to cigarette lighter charger. That's the option that you have. And of course, you have also a USB on the other end to connect into your dash, or if your truck has the USB option, that is the way that you can keep it charged. And it just snaps in there like that. And we're going to actually start the Garmin here. And I've already went through the process of setting this up, but I'm just going to kind of show you what to expect when you turn it on. You have to agree to the terms and conditions. And one of the first things that you will see is to select your tractor. And of course, I'm driving a 53-foot trailer and the regular tractor size there. So you have the option to set up your dimensions so that when you're going to go through certain areas of the country, you will make sure that you won't hit any kind of low bridges under 13.6, or if you're pulling a 14-foot trailer, definitely don't want to go under a 13.6 bridge. Here you can select your overall weight and max there. So that's a pretty neat feature to make sure that it's custom to what you are driving. And of course, this is catered for truck drivers, but you even have the option there to select car. So here we have the main screen, and one of the first things that I want to go over is the settings. Here you're going to make sure that there are no required updates, and to do that you have to be connected to a Wi-Fi, of course. If you have a hotspot on your phone, that's a way to also make sure that you get the proper updates, because of course in a software for GPS they are constantly probably updating roads and maps like that. So you want to make sure that you're getting the best experience possible out on the road and getting the best routes that you can. Again, under settings, make sure you have the right profile selected if you are pulling a 14-foot high trailer, you want to make sure to select the proper dimensions here so that when you are coming into unknown areas or cities with low bridges, it's going to warn you to make sure that you don't have that kind of incident. But as you know, GPSs aren't perfect, and we as truck drivers have to make sure that we are constantly paying attention to our surroundings. You have other options to set the map vehicle icon here. You have a variety of options here for your personal preference when you are navigating on the map of what to look like on the icon there. You have a driving map view. You can either select 3D, north up, or tracked up. Those are the options there. You have a map theme. I currently have Garmin selected as my personal preference. And you can see here that you have other choices to portray the kind of map style you would like there. Other options here are map layers. And one thing that I do like about the Garmin that it has is bird's eye view here. And I have that checked so that when you pull into a shipper, it's going to bring up a pop-up window here when you arrive at your location. And it's going to just show you the option entrances you have as a truck driver to make sure that you're not going into those car parking lots and getting stuck and then having to U-turn and just making it worse on yourself when you have a little bit of help. I know some truck drivers like to look on Google and to zoom in and to check out the entrances, or maybe you just been there enough times you know where to enter. But nevertheless, a bird's eye view definitely helps out in this area to give you a better entrance option. And as you scroll here, there are other options that you can check out to make sure that you're getting the full and max potential of a good experience with this Garmin GPS. What I would like to show you next here is this Bluetooth technology. And this is one of my favorite features of the Garmin Dezl OTR710 model. And you have to make sure that this box is checked. But first of all, what is the Bluetooth technology and what is smartphone services and notifications? When you're driving along and you have a text message, an email, or a phone call, there again is going to be another pop-up window. And for a text message, you can see who it's from, you can see the message, but you also have the option to hit play, a better and safer feature so that you won't be having to look at your phone while you're driving and to be distracted. So this is one of my favorite features of this Garmin, and also it can read emails. You will also see who's calling, because all this is connected to your iPhone and they are just talking to each other, and it's just mirroring the message that you would get on your phone onto your Garmin. And I really love that feature because it keeps me less distracted when I'm going down the road, and I can hear text messages, I can hear emails instead of having to read them. So by far, this is one thing that I really enjoy about the Garmin. But keep in mind, in order to enjoy this great feature of the Garmin, you have to download the Dezl app. You just go to the app store and put in the search box Dezl, D-E-Z-L, or Garmin, and it should pop up and you should be able to find the app. And once you download the app, you just connect both your Garmin and your phone using this Bluetooth technology once again, and they will begin to sync and talk to each other. But that is the way that you can connect them. You have to download that app to enjoy this feature once again. The other little feature that I like is music here. If you have Spotify or whatever music app that you use and you have it connected to your Garmin through the app, you will be able to see what songs are playing. Just a little feature that you can enjoy to be able to see the artist and the name of the song that you're enjoying at the time. Now I want to get into addresses, and it's very simple to navigate the Garmin, you have two nice simple boxes here of where to, and also to view your actual map here. And you can begin to learn about the features here as you are navigating. But let's go over now how to enter an actual address, and you're going to hit where to. Now let's say that you are trying to deliver or route to a specific city. You can even set your location to where you are now, or you can select a different city, a recent destination, or a saved place. And we'll go over how to save places here in a moment. But here we want to select a different city, and you just enter the city. But once you enter the city, you'll see up here where it's going to navigate in that area. And let's say we have this city here in Wisconsin. Now you hit address, you enter the number, and then when you hit done, it will bring up the locations that are possible there where you are located. But for time's sake, I'm just going to hit recent, and these are the recent locations that I entered or were looking for. And let's say we're going to go to Eldridge, Iowa here, and notice here how it has an exclamation point. When you hit the exclamation point, it's going to give you the full address there that you can check against your actual place that you are going to. And you have an option here. Well, here you can see it tells you how far it is and how many miles. And here's the bird's eye view that I was making reference to. It will show you the best place to enter. Again, the GPSs aren't perfect. Of course, we have to use common sense out there as truck drivers to make sure that we are entering into the proper area. But once you have the address in there, you can hit save, and it will save the address for you automatically to reference. When you're ready to navigate, you just hit go. And then now you have your destination time, the mileage, and here you have a very clear distance window. And once you hit go, it'll bring up your navigation, and you are ready to start driving. So once you have your address entered, you're now ready to go. You can change the different options here of what you want to see on the bottom right corner here. You have the option to get back out of here. You have the option to see your arrival time, time to your final destination if you have multiple stops, the distance to the destination, time to next stop arrival there, next stop arrival time, and so on. But let's say I want to know what time I'm going to actually arrive there. You just click on that, and now you see it changes the area here for what your personal preference is. Another feature that I like, and of course some GPSs have this as well, what I like about the Garmin is it lets you know what's up ahead, especially if you're concerned about way stations. You will know when the next way station is here, how many miles away it is. And this little arrow, it shows you that it's on your left side, and it shows you the nearest truck stop. And you can see the arrow again. It's going to be on your right side. So I do like and enjoy that feature of what's up ahead. The other feature that it has is you can check for remember, you have to be connected to the Dezl app for your Garmin GPS to enjoy this. And once you are sure that you are connected and everything's working, it's going to show you, just like on the app, the loves information, the shower numbers it has, the parking spaces, if it does show it. On pilots, it will do the same. It will show you the number of showers, the price of diesel, the number of parking spaces, the food options, for restaurants, and so on and so forth. And right now I'm not connected, but you do click on it and you can find locations, and it'll bring them up here, and you will pick the best location especially if you're trying to take a break in 2-3 hours. You'll be able to see and plan better of what's up ahead. So I really do enjoy that because it's giving you the information in real time and live time. And sometimes there are truck stops that are closed and you don't realize it when they do pop up on these options in your GPS, or they're closed down or they're no longer in service. What I like about this is that Loves or Pilot Flying J's, they come up in real time, and you know that you can count on that when you're trying to park for the evening. The other feature that I like is live traffic updates. And when you're navigating, another pop-up window will be here, and it will show you how far away that traffic delay is. I've seen it as far as 60, 70 or more miles away. It's letting me know that there's a traffic delay. That's huge, because if you're trying to make sure that you deliver on time to your destination and you have live traffic updates telling you there's a delay here, try to have an alternate route ready or go around. And of course, when it's that far away, it could get cleared up if it's an accident. But this is a nice feature that it will warn you. I also notice when you do get closer to that possible incident, whatever it may be, an accident, construction zone, or whatever the situation is there, it can also give you an alternate route, and it'll show you here in this pop-up it will suggest an alternate route to go around that incident if you choose to do so. I know that sometimes those are country roads or dirt roads, and you do not want to go off the main interstate sometimes. And, you just have to use your common sense. But this is a nice feature that can save you some time when these situations pop up. So under the same topic for addresses, you notice here it has a saved option here. And remember earlier where we discussed how to save the addresses, this is how you pull that information. You go to your saved addresses if you want to navigate to a place that you have been going to over and over again. You go to all saved places, and here is your list. If you want to reference one right away, let's say in the G's, it'll start bringing up everything that is saved under the G, and so on and so forth alphabetically there. And let's say we want to go to Conagra Foods in Waterloo, and there is the address, and you just hit go and you are ready to navigate. You have the option of coordinates. Sometimes addresses come up as not found, and when you get there, you can actually add the coordinates here if you would like to do that to make it easier the next time you may end up at the same customer or shipper or receiver there. Here is your trip history, a list of everything that you have been doing, and that's another way to reference addresses that you have been to, and actually starts to count the total number of trips when you first started to use the Garmin. You have an option here for your apps. You can actually pull up the owner's manual, and I wanted to also just implement or interject here that you can talk to the Garmin. It has that feature, but in order to initiate or activate this feature, you have to actually say, okay, Garmin, take me to the next rest stop. And you see it's listening here, and it will start to bring up those nearby areas such as rest stops, truck stops, and so forth. So that is a nice feature that it also has. And here are other apps that I have installed here, and I'm sure that you can maybe add more if that is what you are wanting to do. Let's say that you wanted to just know the address again where you were going. You would just hit this green bar up here, and it would take you to the address for the final destination that you entered there. And it actually shows you what's upcoming, such as steep grades or downgrades there. And I also like that when you are navigating, it's going to show you upcoming steep grades, how much percentage, so that you can prepare for those downgrades or upgrades when you're driving, and what gear to be in if you use manual. I use automatic, and most companies are using automatic now. But it's good to know, what's ahead and what you should be aware of out there on the road. And it'll show a yellow box here all the way across to show you how much that steep grade is that is coming up. Another feature that I like is this coffee icon right here, and it just gives you an option for break time. Let's say you wanted to take a break 2 hours and 30 minutes ahead or before your destination, whatever the case may be. You can adjust it here back and forth. You want to take a break in 1 hour or 45 minutes, and you hit search. It will start to give you the options of what's ahead around 45 minutes to an hour or whatever you choose. And it brings up your options of what's coming up. A family restaurant, things like this will come up for you, wherever you decide to take your break. But of course, as long-term truck drivers, the good spots where to eat, where not to go, and that just takes practice and time of doing truck driving for a while, and you actually know where you would like to eat or stop sometimes. But this is just a feature to help you out if you want to know what's coming up and you're not sure what's in the area. You can zoom in and out with the plus and minus sign here to give you more of an overall picture of your navigation there. And if you don't like that view, you just zoom back and so on. But let's say you did finish the trip already and you are ready to start a new one. You can just see this icon highlighted, and you can hit stop there, and that stops the current trip. Or you can come here and then you can start all over and enter your destination once again, and you enter your city and state here, the address here, and it will start to bring up the suggestions of where you're trying to go. You can also look up truck services. It has that option here. You can also look up truck locations, parking, rest areas, truck stops, truck wash, lodging, and that's a way to know what's going on in your area or what's in the area. And of course, you have other features here that you can take the time to go through. Another feature that the Garmin Dezl OTR710 has is a route planner. And you can create a route. You can see I have one created here. And once you hit create route, you select your start location. You enter the address once again. And you can add a location, enter the address here once again, and the final destination. And once you enter each section of the route that you want to create, you click next, and it will begin to navigate this created route. You do also have the option to save the route once you create it. And I just wanted to reiterate how you save the address, because I noticed that it was not very obvious how to save the address. But once you do have your addresses in there and you select it and it comes up again, I want to just remind you to hit this exclamation point, and right here is where you can save the address. It will bring up the entire address here, and once you hit go, it will start to navigate that. And again, it saves your address right here in the recent areas. It'll pop up here, your most recent address, or in the actual address book, which is right here, is saved. All saved places. And again, here is your list of all your addresses. That's going to be one of the most important things to learn on the Garmin, is just the simple basics of entering and saving addresses to save you time instead of having to enter the address every time that address comes up, and so on and so forth. Finally, I want to just give you the reasons why I chose this Garmin. One of the first reasons I chose this Garmin is because I wanted to see how it compared to the Rand McNally. And I did enjoy the Rand McNally, but what I noticed right away again is how compact it is and how sturdy the connection or the setup to secure and mount your Garmin to the windshield is. I like that it's a 7-inch screen, and I like that it has a high resolution visibility. And I especially like, one of my favorite features is the Bluetooth technology, how it connects to your phone, how you can hear your emails or messages while you're driving. It pops up here, and so that you won't have to be distracted down the road. Those are that is one of the main reasons why I really enjoy the Garmin so far. I feel also like its software in comparison to the Rand McNally is more solid for some reason. I don't have a lot of glitching going on. It reroutes pretty quickly if I go off the beaten path. It reroutes me back on track. And I noticed with the McNally, it got confused a lot. There were glitches, and it could have been that, maybe I didn't update it or just keep up with that. But overall, I feel like it's just a more solid option for its software ability. There are more features that I could have shared for the Garmin Dezl OTR710, but this is just an overall understanding of the GPS. I appreciate that you took the time to make it this far. Again, if you want to just check the pricing or you decide to purchase the Garmin, I've left an Amazon link in the description below, and that does help the trucking channel and myself as an Amazon affiliate. If you decide to purchase the Garmin through that link, it's just a small way to show your appreciation for taking the time to make this video for you if you are thinking about the Garmin or comparing them to other trucking GPSs. Thank you again for listening. If you like trucking content, I put out content related to the trucking industry. And if you like this video, don't forget to like it, share it, and don't forget to subscribe to Surviving Ears.